Today, I want to talk about being short, what it really means, how it's affected me, and why it's made me stronger than what I ever thought I could be. Hi, welcome back. If it's for the first time, if you're new to the channel, hello. This channel is about living life on your terms, not society's rules, not expectations, not the shortcut everyone else seems to be chasing. It's about taking ownership of your mindset, your confidence in your results, and turning what others believe to be your weaknesses into strengths. And if this channel resonates with you, please subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, helps more people hear, or the right people hear, these kind of conversations. Being short has affected me in positive and negative ways, really. Positively, it's made me into a very stubborn person because I've had to up my game mentally and physically to achieve the same results as a taller person. It's forced me to work harder, think smarter, and definitely be more resilient. Negatively, well, let's be honest, and I can obviously only talk for myself. Socially, most of my adult life, it's been a challenge, particularly confidence, especially in a male-dominated space, because I don't know about you, and I'd be interested, obviously, to hear what you think or what you felt. But being short, as a lot of instances, I felt as if I was a bit invisible. I don't know if that makes sense. Dismissed or overlooked. I think they're the right words. Dating women. Now, come on, I'm just going to get it straight out there. On a dating side of things, again, let's get it straight. Women, I believe, prefer taller men. It's as simple as that. I may be wrong, I may be right. That's my experience of it. And I'm only talking about obviously instant attraction. And I think that's just I don't know what the word I'm using, like genetic. Would that be right? Just a genetic thing. But anyway, straight away there, I had to try and up my game, impress in different ways. And obviously that to me that's been my reality anyway. And the jokes, the constant comparisons, it's all part of it. So have you ever felt dismissed or underestimated because of your height? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your experiences. I remember when I used to work for a car dealership, and the top salesman at the time, remember he mentioned to me, he said about my height, he said, yes, he said, as a general rule, successful men in life, I think he mentioned men rather than just people. He said, yeah, most, if not all, successful men in life are tall people. Very rarely are short men successful. And to this day, I thought, what a strange comment. And, I think probably at the time I don't know, I thought maybe he was right. Until when you think about it logically, and I can't give you names, but I think I remember at the time going on to Googling it, and obviously common sense tells you there's thousands in history, and even now there's thousands of short, successful men out there. But it's just at the time that comment resonated with me, and give you a hint of the sort of things that you, as a short person, I was up against. And I remember another time I was in a pub with my mates, and this guy walked in, must have been, he must have been, sounds ridiculous, but he must have been something like 6'7", 6'8", absolutely giant of a guy. And I remember I was at the bar at the time. He looked down at me, and he was with his, I think he was a builder of some sort or whatever, but because he had his work crew with him. I remember him looking down at me saying, "What are you, standing in a hole?" And now it sounds sort of funny, but again, like, you know, he's, because he stood by the side of me, if I was a taller guy at the time, nothing would have been said. But it's just that obviously, being short, he felt as if he had to say that. So again, I mean, listen, this is not small man syndrome. You know, I don't care what anyone comments or thinks about what I'm saying about that, their beliefs. It's definitely not that. I'm just giving you examples of them sort of situations that I was up against. And I think even now, you know, again, this is a male-dominated alpha world. I do get still situations where, you know, another man will say something to me, and I think, well, if I was 6 foot plus, would you be saying the same words, or saying it in the same way? Would you? Not sure you would. So, again, have you had that situation? Have you had that sort of thing, similar things said to you, or do you agree with what I just said there, or do you disagree? You know, who's to say I'm right? Please comment. What do you think? So here's what being short's taught me. I believe that it's a mindset. It's definitely a confidence thing, and it's a mindset. Resilience, built in by the challenges you face, and you can turn perceived weakness into your advantage. I've learned, or had to learn, to identify my strengths, goal in, and refuse to disappear into the background. Because if I'm going to be, my view is, this is what I look at, if I'm going to be in the top 1% of height measurements, then I'm going to be in the top 1% for successful people. That's my mindset, and that's why I'm building, creating and striving, even now I'm 62. So what about you? Do you have something about yourself that people see as a weakness, but you've learned to use as your advantage? Comment. Let's share strategies. So the way I look at it is, you don't need permission to own who you are. You don't need approvals to stand tall, even if the world thinks you're short. Strength comes from understanding who you are, your own advantages, your own path, and using them to the fullest. That's the way I see it. If this video has resonated with you, if you've liked what you've listened to, you want to hear more, please click and subscribe and tune in next time. I'm building something alongside this called King Shorty, and this builds him actually with something that I mentioned earlier, my beliefs. So please keep tuned in for more of that to come. It's your life. Live it on your terms. Thanks for watching. See you next time.